Rebellion movements. 1. The LTTE, founded in 1976, sought to establish an independent Tamil state called Tamil Eelam in the northern and eastern regions of Sri Lanka. 2. The organization waged a protracted armed struggle against the Sri Lankan government. 3. The LTTE controlled territory and established de facto state-like structures. 4. The Sri Lankan Civil War, 1983-2009, pitted the LTTE against government forces. 5. The conflict ended with the defeat of the LTTE in 2009. Causes of rebellion. 1. Ethnic tensions between the Tamil minority and Sinhalese majority in Sri Lanka. 2. Discrimination against Tamils in areas like education, employment, and political representation. 3. The failure to address Tamil grievances through peaceful means. 4. The radicalization of Tamil youth in response to state repression. 5. The LTTE's aim to establish an independent Tamil state. Rebel leaders and figures. 1. Vellupillai Prabhakaran, founding leader of the LTTE. 2. Vellupillai Prabhakaran led the organization with a strong, authoritarian leadership style. 3. Other key LTTE leaders, including Patu Aman and Karuna Aman. 4. International sympathizers and supporters of the LTTE. 5. The role of Tamil diaspora communities in funding and supporting the LTTE. Strategies and tactics. 1. Guerrilla warfare tactics, including suicide bombings. 2. The use of child soldiers and suicide cadres. 3. The development of a naval and naval wing, the Sea Tigers. 4. The LTTE's de facto control over territory and administration. 5. International fundraising and arms smuggling networks. International support. 1. The LTTE's designation as a terrorist organization by several countries, including the United States. 2. Support from the Tamil diaspora, particularly in Europe and North America. 3. Allegations of arms procurement and financing networks abroad. 4. International efforts to broker peace and ceasefires. 5. The impact of international pressure on both the LTTE and the Sri Lankan government. Impact on society. 1. Loss of life and displacement of civilians in conflict zones. 2. Destruction of infrastructure and communities in the northern and eastern regions. 3. The lasting scars of the conflict on Sri Lankan society. 4. The challenges of post-war reconciliation and reintegration. 5. The evolving dynamics of ethnic relations in Sri Lanka. Humanitarian consequences. 1. High civilian casualties, particularly in the final stages of the conflict. 2. The use of civilians as human shields by the LTTE. 3. Displacement and refugee crises. 4. Allegations of war crimes and human rights abuses on both sides. 5. The ongoing psychological trauma and displacement of affected communities. Peace negotiations. 1. Multiple attempts at peace talks and ceasefires throughout the conflict. 2. The role of international mediators and peace processes. 3. The failure of several peace initiatives, including the 2002 ceasefire. 4. The government's decision to militarily defeat the LTTE in 2009. 5. The challenges of post-war reconciliation and political settlement. Media and propaganda. 1. The LTTE's use of media to disseminate its message and showcase its military prowess. 2. International media coverage of the Sri Lankan Civil War. 3. The portrayal of the conflict in global media and its impact on public perception. 4. Government censorship and restrictions on media coverage. 5. The influence of diaspora-based media outlets. Rebellion in literature and art. 1. Literature and memoirs by former LTTE members and combatants. 2. Artistic expressions and visual representations of the conflict. 3. The role of LTTE propaganda and symbols. 4. The impact of the conflict on Tamil literature and cultural identity. 5. The exploration of the conflict in Sri Lankan literature and cinema. Lessons from the movement. 1. The challenges of addressing ethnic grievances through violent means. 2. The consequences of international designation as a terrorist organization. 3. The complexities of post-conflict reconciliation and state building. 4. The importance of inclusive political solutions to long-standing conflicts. 5. The enduring legacy of the LTTE in Sri Lanka and the Tamil diaspora.